almost all of what we do when we are looking at data from about 5th grade on is dependent upon us looking at the data overall and thinking about it as a sample. This average piece and thinking about the average piece shows up a lot. And I just wanted to kind of jump in here because while many of us, and oh my goodness, I say this all the time. I said this all the time through my 5th to 9th grade students. And I say this all the time with the undergrads that I work with now. It's like, you can't have a naked number. I say this with my children too, because that's just how we roll in my household. So a lot of us have like that part of our vocabulary. Like we can't have a naked number. It has to have units. And I would like to broaden that to be like, we can't have a naked average either. We need to know what went into that average. So what am I talking about? Let's think about this a little bit more deeply. Does that gonna work? No. Let's go with this one. Okay. So great data set out of Data Classroom about cicadas. Some of us are living in the cacophony of cicadas at the moment. My heart goes out to you. I was there in, oh my gosh, what was that? Oh, that was the pandemic. That was like 2021, living in New Jersey with all of those cicadas. And it was just one brood that was coming out, one 17-year brood. So I can't even imagine the overlapping for you all in the Midwest right now. Okay, so Data Classroom has this great data set of cicadas, head widths. So we can think about it of like, okay, so do females have bigger heads, wider heads than males? So there are tons and tons and tons of data points in this data set. So an easy thing that we can do and what we often see is we can take all of those data across the two groups, male, female, and we can take an average. Now, very often for our students or for my students, they didn't have hundreds of data points per group or category, but they would have maybe 3, right? They'd taken 3 measurements of each treatment or of each category. And then they would often average it. I did this all the time. I told my students to do this back when I was in the classroom. Sorry, all of you past students. Hopefully you've learned the lessons. You learn the lessons better from people down the pipeline from me. But let's step back and think about where that leads us. So if we take averages, so we're going to take an average of the head width for the females, and that's going to be our bar height here. And then we're going to take an average of the head width for males, and that's going to be our bar height here. So, okay, then we've basically taken lots of data on all of our different samples. Even if that lots of data are just 3 data points for each category, 3 is more than 1, and we've reduced it down to 1. So what we've in essence done is we've taken that natural, nuanced, all of those pieces, and we have collapsed it down to 1 number.